teams are just broken away from their huddles, getting ready for the second quarter here. BMI Oval in Nightcliff. We've got Gibson, Turner. Not sure who else is going down there to full forward for Redtails. They need to make the most of the breeze in this second quarter.
Oh, you haven't had him yet.
Pretty strong centre line there for Nightcliff with Gillhouse in the ruck, Ash Duncan, Toby Stribling and Captain Adrian Murphy. But they need to make a strong start here, the Redtails.
Most definitely, Frankie. It's going to be an interesting second quarter to see if the Redtails are going to put up any fight here at BM Insurance Oval. As Matson back in the ruck against Gillhouse to start proceedings. The umpire holds the ball aloft and the little siren sounds here at BM Insurance Oval. Umpire slams the ball down. Nice bounce from the young fella. Matson probably wins that one down. Dragged off the ball there was much.
Should have won a free kick there, but they win it anyway and get it on wide, the Redtails. Too many handballs once again. Got to get it in deep. Matty Campbell wins it though, breaks wide. Can get a good kick in now. Into space, Robert Woods.
Oh!
Just kicks it off the ground, just toe poked it and went through for a point.
Robert Woods, we need to find out who is number 24. Is that, looks like Kenny...
it's Kenny Morton, that's
Kenny
who it is.
Morton, that's the man. Former Thunder listed player, so he's one that's popped up into the book as Guelphy. Looks wide, comes out to
Lockie McKenzie.
Lockie McKenzie over the top. He's got
kick.
Duncan. Duncan can run a bit. Gets onto that trusty left foot and ugly kick going forward. Not finding anybody in particular. Parfit gets the handball over to Bruce. Looking for Chambers. Caleb Hart cuts the ball off. Comes out to Parfit again. Check side, Ronnie Byrne style. One behind.
Another scoring shot for him.
Yeah, so is that 4 scoring shots for the young fella?
5, I would have thought.
5. Well, I stand corrected.
That's all right, we all make mistakes.
It's how we rebound from those mistakes.
Exactly right.
So Campbell takes the inboards kick from Pryor. Nothing much doing.
There's just not much movement, is there, at this stage?
Not much
He kicks
movement
it
at
to
all.
One-on-one and an easy mark there by Duncan. Duncan gets a handball inside. See the play. There's
Brown's
so many
all
moves.
alone on half-forward line. Comes into Zufa. The Zoof.
Runs around.
Onto the left.
Goes bang against the breeze.
Jeez,
it looks good. Oh, it
Oh.
swung late though. Just
Very
for a
swung
one.
late. So that breeze, as you were talking about, very deceiving.
Very
Frankie.
much so.
So Pryor again. He can kick it 50, so he needs to look for a long target.
Maston in the middle. That's where I'd be going. Doesn't go there. Goes out wide. That's a good kick. Much. Gets a handball out. That's Axton. Gets it on very high to centre wing. Gibson Turner did very well. Took a good mark on the true centre wing. Gets it inside. Paulie Campbell takes a mark. Wheels around. Needs to find a target here. Gugliotti went early. Oh, Jeffrey Miller got up high. Robert Woods is in a good spot. Oh, he's gone to ground. Lockwood gets a handball and it dribbles out of bounds in Redtails' true forward pocket.
He was. If the umpire really wanted to, probably could have paid a holding the man tick there, but Robert Wood's not playing to the whistle. If the whistle doesn't blow, you got to keep playing, son.
True.
Play to the whistle. If you don't get the free kick.
I like Robert Woods in that forward pocket position too. He'll add a bit of spark. Mingy McMaster takes it out of the ruck, gets the handball. Kenny Morton gets it on the boat and he's kicked one. Good work there, Kenny Morton.
McMaster's gambled the dice off the short throw-in, took the ball out of the ruck. Could have been pinged for holding the ball because he was tackled straight away, but obviously got the ball on. Kenny Morton, check side kick, and the Central Australian Redtails are on the board.
And they needed the first one here and they got it, so well done Redtails. So now they've got to back it up. And not just for the next 5 minutes, they've got to back it up for the whole quarter here.
6-13-49 to 1 goal 2-7. So Redtails, if they can string a couple together, get a little bit of confidence back into their group, there's no stretch that they're out of it. Masson and Gillhouse go up. Gillhouse wins the ball down on the down, comes down to Duncan, gets the handball out to
McKenzie. Did well there and got a good kick.
On to Bruce. Bruce looking for, is that Zufa? Zufa, love the name Zufa, with the silent D. Zufa looking wide, looking for Chambers, getting on the end of it. Chambers goes to ground, ball pops out. Caleb Hart does really well there. Reggie Smith gets it out, comes down to Cunningham.
Campbell gets it, takes a bounce, gets it on. And Kenny Morton's free, takes the mark at centre half forward, gets it inside 50. This is Mingy McMasters, plays on, kick a goal, son. And he has. Well done, Mingy McMasters.
Mickey McMasters strung two together, and he's had influence on both of those plays and scored the 2 goals for Redtails. Just what they need, a little bit of spark, a little bit of excitement, and good to see we have a game back on our hands here at BM Insurance Oval, Frankie.
Yes, a very good start to this second quarter here by Redtails. They've got the breeze. They were pummeled in that first quarter, and they've come out with the breeze, and they've kicked the first 2. So this is exactly what they needed.
Definitely outplayed in that first quarter, but good to see them up and about and showing a little bit of heart here. Could easily have lied down after the first quarter, but good to see them up and about, and stringing another goal or 2 here together will put the pressure right back on the Nightcliff Football Club. Matson and Gilhouse are up again. Gilhouse,
no one really won that.
Matson does really well when he comes to ground, though. Great tackle. Locks the ball up for another ball up by umpire Ashley Manakaros.
Been a good battle, those 2 ruckmen. Seth Matson, who won the Minahan medal this year, is doing really well against the NTFL ruckman in Gilhouse, and he wins a free kick here. So well done, Matson.
So yeah, Minahan medalist Matson.
Gets a handball. Oh, he's got the wrong player. Well done, Booster, for calling for him, and he's copped one here.
And
he may be
jobbed
reported
Bruce
for this
as well. That is just silly.
It is silly. He's angry. He's an angry fella at sometimes, and
Manakaros pulls out the book and just says,
"What's he got there?
Take your number, son." That was silly. Yes, you look silly, and I think more than anything, he was embarrassed at what he'd just done.
He was angry at himself more than anything else there, and Bruce is probably only a little bit shorter than what his arm length was, and he just accidentally copped one in the chin. But wasn't a whole heap in it. But
I wouldn't say accidentally copped one in the chin, Frankie, but we'll give him benefit of the doubt. Anyway, Zufa on the left. Looking long, looking good, it's very good. Great goal and great kick into the breeze there, Frankie. Zufa.
I think he had a very good year at NTFL level as well. So
who did he play with at the NTFL, mate?
He come from Redlands, and we cleared him across in the last couple of days. I'm not sure, but he may have even been a best and fairest winner. Don't quote me on that just yet.
Looks like a likely sort across half forward there, Frankie. You don't want to make any outlandish statements early on in the season. But yeah, very much so. He looks a lively type across half forward. Him and Brown combining pretty well across that half forward line and causing a lot of issues early on in this game. So Zufa definitely getting a lot of the ball, and Matson has been dragged, obviously, and Miller will do the ruck work against Gilhouse. The umpire, unfortunately, lets the ball off the side, and we'll say I'll throw it up, and a reset here will take place at Beam Insurance Oval down in the heart of Nightcliff. Gilhouse and Miller. Gilhouse wins that one, comes down to, not quite sure, but gets it out to Lockwood. Good run from the big fella. Off to Sampi. Sampi can run, got a bit of a dash. On the left, looking in for Brown, was it? Not quite sure. Comes down to Brown. Brown on the left, bangs the goal through. So yeah, Julian Lockwood running off the half-back line, creating a bit of play off to Sampi, a bit of dash, and then Brown at the fall of the ball puts through a bit of a mongrel punt on the left, but doesn't matter how it goes through, Frankie.
No, not at all, not at all. They've responded well here, Nightcliff, by kicking the last 2. Redtails need to get back up on the horse and start winning the ball through the middle and get it in long into the forward like they were in the first 5 minutes. They need to put in a good full quarter effort here.
So 8:13, just waiting on the scoreboard attendant, but I think it's 61. Yes, it is. To 2-2, should be 14, not 12.
We'll call that one back.
Someone needs to go to school again by the looks of that.
We'll get on to Haley this week to sort out his scoreboard.
You're the Nightcliff man, you get that sorted. Miller, Gilhouse wins that bat down to, Charlie Marsh sharks the ball, looking in forward to Mallard. Mallard unable to get the ball, track the ball, Mickey McMasters. Mallard wins the ball out again, tries to bash it forward. No one else down at the fall of the ball for Nightcliff. And Julian Lockwood runs away with the ball, kicks it long, looking long for for really no one in particular. I'm quite sure who it goes in, but Hale comes down with the ball out to, can't make out who that player is on the fast. Lockie McKenzie. Someone head over the ball down, unable to track it. Reggie Smith gets the ball out onto Paulie Campbell, I believe. Handball over to Charlie Marr, back to Paulie, looking for Gibson Turner. Can he take the mark? Yes, he can. And Gibson Turner should go back, and I'll back him.
What do you think of his haircut?
Horrible.
It was worse at the Caffel Grand Final. I'll give you the tip.
Oh, well, I'm not a hairstylist, mate. But I'll let him away with that one.
Gibson Turner lines up. Looks okay off the boot. It's a good kick, I think. We'll wait for, yes, it's a goal. Good goal there by Gibson Turner.
Slots it through. So Redtails answer back. 3-2-20. Plays Nightcliff 8-13-61. I'll chase some scores from the ABC. It doesn't really matter because we're not live.
We're not live anymore.
No, we're not live today. We're not live today. We're uploading after each quarter, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties. So we do apologise for that. But AFL TV will be back stronger and better next weekend.
I look forward to that one.
So do I.
So the umpire comes in. Will he throw it up, or are you just going to throw it up this time? Good call, umpire. Gilhouse knocks it down, boost, gets a quick kick in forward, gets to about the 50-metre mark. Oh, it's a good run there by Pryor, wins it and gets a long kick. That's his ball game, get it in long. Robert Woods first to the ball, Lockwood did well. Kenny Morton wins it and he'll just drift out of bounds. Might have caught one high there, but there's no way the umpire would have seen that, so don't worry about arguing, Kenny, just get back on the ball. Gilhouse and Miller. Gilhouse is a little bit bigger than what Miller is. It's into a good spot. Comes down, boost again. He's done well there, gets a quick handball on, Lockwood wins it. He's got a spare man loose. Wasn't a great kick off the boot, but a good mark there by Brown. Brown gets a kick in long.
Nice leg too.
Looks very good on Chambers. He's dropped another one. First to the ball, taps it forward. That's Dylan Ellis, gets a sloppy handball forward. It's into contest. Right about the 50-metre mark. Chambers wins it. Another funny looking handball. I think that's Dylan Ellis, gets a kick into the middle. Boost will be first there. Wins it now, gets a handball off. Gilhouse gets it in. They've got numbers here, Nightcliff. Gets it on Pryor, wins it though. Gets a good kick out there to Lloyd Turner. And he'll go out wide again. Jeffrey Miller, good mark on true centre wing.
So Jeffrey Miller probably needs to work the ground a little bit more as well, to run Gilhouse around a bit. The big fella blowing it up a little bit in the centre. Over the top to Mallard. Read the ball a little bit better than his opponent, Lockwood. So Mallard, 65 out, in short. Looks for
Robert Woods. Right on 50. You can go back here, or just go back here and have a shot.
You back him?
We'll be right on his distance, I would have thought, but with that breeze, there's every chance. Charlie Marr wants it out wide, but just go back yourself. Charlie's in a
Gibson Turner needs to get back on the line.
So he comes in, goes bang. It's not going to make the distance, going to fall short. Dion Gordon just taps it over the line.
So shouldering responsibilities in defence today, Dion Gordon, probably for the rest of the season, with the unfortunate downfall, I should say, of Jason Rose, star defender for Nightcliff.
Yeah, it's never good to see your good players go down, and yeah, it was a sad incident last week, but it's just one of those things in footy that happen.
Exactly.
Gilhouse takes a strong mark at centre half back. Gets a good kick in to 51, gets it on to Tim Jenkins. And they're into 50 again. Redtails player went to ground. He's done well there. I think that's Pryor, and he's knocked it out.
Really well done by Jaden Pryor. Used his body well.
This is McGarvey.
McGarvey looking over the top to Brown.
It's a good kick.
Brown on the left. Bang into Chambers. And if you don't mind, Chambers, if you don't, every day of the week, that's the way you like the ball to be delivered into the forward line. Just out in front, let me run onto it, son.
And it seems that Nathan Brown's playing predominantly across half forward, and the way that he uses it, he's doing a very good job in these first 3 weeks. I reckon if we can keep him around that half forward line for the majority of the year, he's going to be very dangerous.
You're not sounding very independent there, Frankie, if we can keep him. It's all good as Brand Chambers goes back, slots it through, 2 from 2 from Brand Chambers, 9-13, takes the score to 67 to 3-20, not 19. as the scoreboard says. Again, kids out in Nightcliff need to get some education, but that's I'm not.
We might need to run a training session out here
Yeah,
during the week, I think.
NTFL operations, can you do that?
Yep, me and Joey Bell will have to come out here and just run them through how to do a scoreboard. Joey Bell does it excellently at TIO #1, so we might have to get him out.
But good on the kids for having a crack. It's good to see that community footy at its finest when there's kids doing the scoreboard, kids running the water, and people sitting under the deck chairs under the trees. It's just community footy at its best, Frankie.
What it's all about.
Gilhouse wins the ball down. Ball in dispute in the centre. Comes out to Duncan. Tries to get the ball on. Unfortunately, Charlie Marr caused a bit of a ruckus in there. Comes out to Renahan to Kenny Morton. Looking for Gibson Turner. Using his body well. Unfortunately, couldn't get the ball clear. Down to Dion Gordon. And handballs it over the line. Ooh.
Could have went either way, that one.
Could have.
He
was definitely looking for the points and also, but he got the boundary line. But Redtails will be happy with the boundary throw-in inside their forward 50. Lockwood and Morton to do battle in the ruck. Morton wins the ball down. Nice tap. Unfortunately, couldn't get it across to anyone. Guelphy.
Great tackle there by Gibson Turner from behind. Murphy did well though, won it, and he'll probably get a push in the back. It was unlucky there by Gibson. He did very well in the first instance. Just needed to keep out of his back there.
No.
No, he's played it holding the ball. Gibson Turner plays on.
Gibson Turner need to put a saddle on him
I
there.
reckon he has slotted it. Well done, Gibson Turner.
Ooh, I would love to review that one. Can we go back?
You can't go back now.
Can't go back now. I think a contentious decision. Gibson Turner.
It was a good finish by him. It was good in the first instance by making that first tackle. It looked a little bit in the back in the second tackle, but don't mind that. He got up and played on and did what he needed to and finished well. So well done there.
Could have joined Faulkner in the Caulfield Cup today and just whacked a saddle on the young fella. But anyway, luck's the fortune. A little bit of comedy here from Brad Stewart here on AFLN TV.
Pity it's delayed.
Gilhouse wins the ball down, comes down to Sampi, shakes a tackle on the left, looking for Zufa.
That was an excellent kick there by Sampi. He broke free. Once he's free, there's no one's going to catch him, and he finished well with a beautiful kick out in front.
And the hands from Zufa are exceptional as well, under pressure. Nice hands out in front, and that's where you like it. As a forward, Sampi, just a great finish. Zufa on his way in, kick from 45. Distance shouldn't be an issue. Straight over the umpires. That does not move. Sausage roll. So Nightcliff, every time Redtails look to get a goal and look to kick to get themselves back into the game, Nightcliff always responds. So Damien Hale have got his men well drilled on obviously responding, and when there's scoreboard pressure, they seem to be hitting right back at the crucial times. So probably about 20 minutes gone into time on here at BAM Insurance Oval. Umpire Manakaros walks through the centre wicket there. Looks nice and hard out there, Frankie.
Very much. Do you reckon he's going to throw it up? Yeah, I think he's going to throw it up this time.
I think he will.
Gilhouse wins it down.
Great tap.
Got it, looked a little bit in his back from here, but it's in a very tight congestion. He'll throw it up again.
So they only needed a bit of a favourable bounce for Stribley, and he was away there. He
looked like he was.
He was likely type, just sharking around there.
Gilhouse again. It's a tap. Straight to Duncan. Duncan gets it onto Collison. Collison out wide. Stribbling gets it. Takes a couple of steps. Gets a kick inside. Chambers in the best spot. Oh, he's dropped it. He dropped what he should have taken. Chambers wins it first the ball again. Gets a funny little handball out to Brown, I think it is.
Brown it was, yep.
Gets it in long. Dribbling again. Gets a little fist over the top. Pack forms.
So Nightcliff got plenty of numbers around the ball here.
Won it here, but I think that's Parfit gets a pretty good kick in, and that's a good mark by Chambers in the right place at the right time. Was that Parfit that got the little...
Yeah, definitely it was Parfit. Yeah, it was slung as he tackled and just got boot the ball into the top of the square.
And this should be their 11th goal here. You shouldn't miss from here, Chambers. He would have went through these sort of kicks a lot of times back in his career. How old is he, do you know, Brad?
Oh, I'm not going to game to say it, but I reckon he'd be close to 40, mate.
Yeah, he goes back in. He goes back in, slots it.
Close to 40. Gentleman of the game, though. A really good bloke, good all-round bloke. Played for Thunder this year, and I think he's enjoying being at Nightcliff, just slotting a few goals, Frankie.
I think so. Getting back to club footy, he's very much enjoying living up here, from what I can gather.
Yeah, very much so. Obviously finding out what the build-up's all about, though. I tell you what, few boys from Central Australia are finding out, I guess, the tough rigours of NTFL footy. And even though the point system's in play, this is true local footy against local footy from Central Australia. So it's a true Central Australia v true NTFL club basis. So it's good to see them and a good measure of where they're at.
And Matson back in the ruck. Good to see him back out here. Campbell gets a quick handball on. Pryor gets another handball on. And it'll be, it's in congestion. Taps it out wide there. Still in congestion. Don't think that's going anywhere, and we're going to see another ball up. So Matson back in the ruck after just a cooling down period.
Pulling the Jets.
Gets a good tap forward. Won by Paulie Campbell. Gets it in long. Nightcliff in the best spot. Well done by Perez. Gets a good handball to Lockwood. On to Gordon. Gordon back over to Lockwood. Lockwood gets it on now. Dribbling out wide to...
Worked that well, Nightcliff.
They have, and Sampy wins it now. Oh, he's just throwing it up in the air. Robert Woods gets a quick handball onto Gibson Turner, who's been dangerous in the forward line and just dribbles out of bounds. But that's a win for Redtails. If they can get throw-ins in there, they'll be happy with that. It's at the right end of the ground for him, I would have thought, Bradley Stewart.
Most definitely, Frankie. You wouldn't want it anywhere else. But Redtails, yeah, good forward line pressure, and they've obviously forced Nightcliff to cough the ball up, but Nightcliff have got numbers inside their 450. It's Matty Campbell's looking likely down there as Lockwood wins it down to Stribling. And umpire Manakaris on the spot. The tackle did slip a little high, and Stribling will take the kick deep inside their defensive 50. Kick it still on in the centre. Looks that way. Kick it will take it. Away he goes. Straight up the guts. No, looks wide. Back out to this side to Gilhouse, the big fella. Uses the runner in Paris. Paris gets it on and straight to, I think, is that Reggie Smith?
That's Reggie Smith.
Reggie Smith, the young fella, goes to Matson. Matson looking for Lloyd Turner. Lloyd Turner now onto that trusty left foot inside for Mallard. Over too big for Mallard it is. Kick it comes down to the ball. Matty Campbell shaking the ball. McMaster's in the air in the vicinity also. Comes out to Mallard. Puts it in looking for Gibson Turner, but reading the play.
Goofy.
Guelphy. Yeah, good contest.
Captain March.
Captain Much. Yes, he is Much. And
Paulie
comes out.
Campbell.
Paulie Campbell.
Got a kick in just in time.
Interesting times there. Fighting over the ball are the Redtails.
Gibson Turner again. Gets a handball on. That's Charlie Marr. Weaves his way around. Just looking for an option. Gets a kick on. It's not a great one though. Joey Collison will be first to the ball. Good contest there.
Good contest.
May get a free kick.
It's done well.
Did get a free kick.
Yeah. First to the ball will always win a free kick. If you're
Collison goes back. Gets a kick on. 2-on-1 here.
Oh, in the back.
Should have been. Play on though. Good kick forward there. And we got Parford. Well done, Pryor. Got a handball on there on here. They've got numbers out wide. Mallard needs to get himself in, work himself.
Cunningham
into the game.
needs to move and call for it. Away he goes now. Cunningham.
Got it now. Needs to get it in deep. Needs to get it in deep.
Lloyd Turner.
And
just a poor kick from Lloyd Turner.
Look at this. Four Nightcliff players around the ball here. They'll just work it out with hands, and away they go.
So away they go through Coghlan. Out wide to the youngster in Parfit. Sits it out in front of Chambers, and if you don't mind, the young fellow is playing an absolute blinder of a game. So Chambers, it's probably 45 to 50 out. Can't see the 50-metre arc out there, but looking in for Parfit.
Taking it.
Young fellow gets on the end of it. And good set of jukes for the young fellow as well. So
looking inside too, he's doing the right thing here. If there's not an option on, then go back and back yourself.
I think senior players just need to get in his ear, calm him down, and just stay back and slot it. Back his skills and his ability. So Parfit slews it across the face of goal and through for one behind. So 11-14, 80 to 4-2, 26. Into Mallard. So Mallard takes the ball a long way from home. playing up nice and high is Mallard. Comes out to Charlie Marr.
Campbell, I think.
It was Campbell, sorry.
A little bit too cheeky, but he's won it anyway. In the middle, gets it in.
Looking.
Kenny Morton in the bed.
Oh,
that's good
great hands.
Good, Kenny. Goes back.
Turn a left a little bit too
early.
early.
Have the distance here, I reckon, and I reckon he knows it. No one on. This is probably the right call.
No, I think Gibson turned a lead just a little bit too early. Kenny Morton hadn't lifted his eyes yet, and he'd led and probably put himself out of position. But Nightcliff have done well to shut out.
It's going to make the distance.
Yeah,
it's
nice
a good kick. Good kick there, Kenny Morton.
Looked good off the boot, didn't look like missing. So 5-2-32 to 11-14-80. They might have run out of some fours or something, have they? Not sure. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's 11-14-80. They've got the 80 right. Anyway.
So how have you rated this quarter by the Redtails, Brad?
I've very much improved, but obviously still a long way to go in their ability to finish off. Their skill level is letting them down. They're obviously turning the ball over in the infamous turnover zone just on the 50-metre arc. So getting the ball in deep and long to your forwards. You've got Gibson Turner, obviously formerly a listed player, but can play the game if you can get the ball to him. And if he gets enough opportunity, he's going to kick you goals. So that's been probably the most disappointing thing from the Redtails is Parfitt just sits the ball out in front, looking for Zufa. And Zufa gets on the end of the ball again. And again, I tell you what, he's probably my best on ground.
No, pretty happy with his first game here, Parfitt. He's just doing it, playing his role in the half forward. I reckon as he plays a few more games, you'll see him through the middle a little bit more too. His tackling was probably his shining light during the under-16s championships this year. But I don't think we've seen the best of him just yet.
So Zufa lines up on the left and just slots another one through. So I tell you what, between him, Brown and Parfitt, sort of joggling for that best on ground, I guess, award today. And a tough one for the selectors.
And another thing, all three of them are playing across that half-forward line. Half-forward is generally one of the hardest positions to play on the ground, and the fact that all three of them are just dominating, it's a real worry for the Redtails.
Most definitely. So plenty of running to be done across that half-forward line. Not that I would know about it.
I didn't know about it this morning.
I was one of those kids that used to be put in the back pocket because the coach just said, let's hide him somewhere.
I'm still one of those kids.
Next spot's the bench for me anyway. Miller goes up in the ruck, wins it down. Duncan overruns it. Miller gets on hold of the ball, slams it forward. Mallard attacks it. Unable to trap the ball, comes out to Hale. Hale gets it on to Duncan. Duncan swings over, looking over the top to Bruce. Bruce gets the ball back to Hale. Hale handballs over the top to Duncan. Duncan just, I guess, solves a bit of candy and then looks inside for Bruce. Bruce unable to trap the ball. Googs has dived on the ball. He's got to get it out. The ball spills out free and Hale kicks it off the ground, Lampard style. Lockwood unable to track the ball either. Seems a bit of a slippery ball and Sampi gets on the end of it. Uses his feet, comes out to Duncan. Duncan looking for Brown. Brown on the end of it, is it? Is that Brown? Or was that Zufa again? Zufa with the green boots. Jeez, he's getting a hold of it. I reckon he's kicked 3 or 4. 3 in this quarter alone.
No, he's been very damaging too.
So again, Zufa causing some issues up forward for the Redtails.
He's not the only one too at this stage. Goes back. Looks all right, not quite.
Fading across the line. So it can't be far away from half-time here at BM Insurance Oval. Excuse me.
Caleb Hart goes straight down the middle. Looked good off the boot. Boyd Turner held his ground. Duncan did well. I don't know whether that was there, but
looks like he got all ball to me, but anyway.
Boyd Turner will go back. Kicks it through the middle. Charlie Marr's on here. Oh, he's dropped it. Still half forward, needs to win the ball here. Redtails have got the numbers. They've still got the numbers. Gugliotti's tapping it in front of himself. Gets it on. Paulie Campbell gets a handball over the top. Robert Woods loses it. Just still in congestion here. Much, no.
And there's a
siren. Half-time siren. So
it's half-time. I'm hoping that scoreboard's right. 11-14-86. Does that sound right to you? So 11 6 is a 66, 14 is